Hello and welcome to Kuya Mike Plays Pokemon Legends ZA. I am the aforementioned Kuya Mike. Thank you for hanging out with me. Today, I am continuing my excursion through the Flare underground base. If this is your first time watching, please hit the subscribe button. Or if you've been watching and you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. In any case, did I say hit the subscribe button? Because that's very important. On to our adventure. Now we got the other key. Is there anything else in here that is significant? I can just do that, and we already turned that on. So on to these next doors. One sec. The door opened. Alright, we're gonna continue going through this area. Ooh. Okie dokie, that's not gonna work, so. It's a... Okay. Really? Either of them? Oh, I can always come back to this one later. I can always come back to this room later. But yeah. Okay, we have another switch, and this should give us more access. Yes. So that pretty much covers most of the warps of most of the panels. Good. Now let's go ahead and go to this one, because this is the only one that we haven't gone to. But first and foremost, I want to explore a little bit more as well. I wonder if this is... Oh, hello. It's always nice to have... why do I keep... Oh, that's why. I keep trying to use the... incorrect Pokeball. So that's there. But before we go there, I want to go here. There's a max revive. Is there anything else? I know I keep moving the camera around, and it's most likely gonna be bad for the video. It makes it a little bit exhausting, but I can't help it. There's no first person view on this thing, and I need to see. Alright, we're gonna go in. Where did we end up? Oh, did we already come here? No, not yet. good. We got all that stuff. We got stuff here. I can see to the other room, but nothing really past that. Alright. We have one course of action. One course of action, which is to go that way. I wonder what we'll meet over here. Oh, some snakes in a game. And a Houndoom over there. Wait. Whoa. That was fairly intense, actually. Should I heal up? Should I heal up? Yeah. Maybe I should heal up. Doom. Oh, we were able to look through this earlier. Ah. That one. Rare candy. That's all there is? Okay. I thought it would be more important. Ooh. Ooh. Alpha. Okay. I should be able to do this. Wait, there's no means to catch it? I was hoping I would be able to catch it. Sad. That's very sad. I know I'm very petty about it, but come on. I obtained the elevator key, but it's still... But still, I wanted to catch it. Aw. I'm a little sad. And that's hiding in that corner. It's a max potion. Is there anything else hidden in this room? Nope. It's okay. I'll come back here sometime. B tree. I come here because this used to be where Lysander was. Sorry, not Lysander. AZ used to be kept in there. And I just like the fact that they gave you access. Some of the machinery powered back on in response to your presence. Security check initialized. Possession of all key cards has been confirmed. Commencing partial reboot of systems. Systems rebooted. Voice guidance enabled. 4 files are available for playback. File 1, the device. File 2, the fuel. File 3, the legends. File 4, our shared dream. Which file would you like to review? The device that grants life. This device was created 3,000 years in the past. It was originally designed to restore life to a Pokemon that had perished. We have found this ultimate weapon buried in the earth beneath Geosenge Town. It has been well preserved. We believe we can have it operational with a little work. But we have not yet found the necessary key to activate the weapon. We believe AZ should still possess it since he was the machine's creator. We must find him and capture him without delay. Which file would you like to review? The device that grants life, in fact, grants the deceased life stolen from other Pokemon. This is because the basic function of the device is to distill energy into its purest form, then emit that distilled energy. The emission can take the form of convection, radiation, or conduction. Thus, life can be conducted back into a Pokemon that had lost its own, allowing it to be revived. What then would occur if we were to fuel the device with the energy of a legendary Pokemon? Which file would you like to review? The Legends. Kalos is said to have 2 legendary Pokemon. Xerneas, which represents life and rebirth, and Yveltal, representing destruction and death. The power to grant life and the power to steal life. These are mysterious abilities that even science has not been able to decode. What would happen to the world if we were to use such power to activate the ultimate weapon? Which file would you like to review? As the world grows wealthier, the number of Pokemon and people will only continue to grow, and that growth will invite new difficulties. In time, life will fill every corner of the planet until no more life can be sustained. When there is only one of something, it cannot be shared. When something cannot be shared, it will be fought over. And when something is fought over, some must survive without it. The only way to create a world where people live in beauty, a world without conflict or theft, is to reduce the number of living things. My comrades in Team Flare, the time has come to leave the world towards a more beautiful future. Have you learned the secret of the ultimate weapon? How truly abominable it was. AZ created that weapon. Then, 1000 years later, he also made a device that now dwells within the Prism Tower. Why are you here? Zygarde seems to wish that I come to this place. I have lost most of my memories, and yet this place does bring back something. What I remember most clearly is AZ. When I spoke with him 5 years ago, through the bars of his cell, I did not know his true intent, but I did learn of the device within the Prism Tower. I set my mind on activating both the ultimate weapon and that device. But to activate the device requires a certain Pokemon, one particular Floette, and there was no way to know where that Floette could be found. That led to me to abandon my plans for the tower's device. But the ultimate weapon could still be activated using the key AZ carried, and so I did. There was an explosion, I remember that much, though I cannot recall the cause of it. Perhaps the weapon was incomplete. I was buried deep in the earth, together with Team Flare's secret base. But you're still alive. Zygarde saved me. It works to protect all living creatures in the area from the light raining down, the deadly light of the ultimate weapon. In doing so, Zygarde exhausted its own weapon, its own power. But at the weapon's activation, the device in Prism Tower awakened as well, sensing danger. Now it has become a threat to Lumios. It could fully lose control at any moment. To stop the device and protect the city, Zygarde must regain its true power. It has given me a mission. Sooner or later, the tower will enter a frenzied state, similar to Rogue Mega Evolution. The only one who can bring it back under control is AZ's Floette. Yes, we need the Eternal Flower, and a trainer who can draw forth her full power. This is the truth. This is the truth that I know. And now, you have learned all that those young people waiting in Lysander Cafe wanted you to learn. Go and speak with Grisham and with AZ. Then do what must be done. Okay. I guess we go back. But let me just really quickly Yveltal, Xerneas. Did you see Lysander? He's still down there. To think that he's still alive. And yet, he doesn't seem to remember us in the slightest. How could he just forget? It's all because of him that the rest of us... So, there will be a time for such things later. And you, Mike, now you know the truth of AZ's sins. And so, I make this request of you. Get AZ's Floette and give her to me. What about what Floette wants? You must see it by now. With AZ's special Floette, we could we should be able to keep the prison tower controlled. Everything we've learned points to that conclusion. We must stop the tower from going on a rampage if we're ever to achieve the kind of beautiful world Team Flare once dreamed of. And if we can be the ones that protect Lumios, then people will finally see us different. Do you understand? We were mere children born to those who chose to join Team Flare, and yet we too become pariahs in the eyes of society when Team Flare was disbanded. But we couldn't just leave Lumios. This city is our home too, and we love it as much as anyone else. The only reason Team Flare exists was to make Lumios better, to make all of Kalos better. At Nouveau Cafe, we worked hard to provide coffee to those who have little else. And now we've worked. We've worked there, and now as we've worked there, we've also learned the voices of Lumios people. We understand this city better than anyone else. We know its people better than anyone else. So if you really want to face me in battle, you'll need more than just a challenger's ticket. You'll need to be ready to hand over AZ's Floette to me. I must become the strongest Pokemon trainer by battling my way up through the ZA Royale. I must become the strongest Mega Evolution user. Then I will be the one to restrain the Prism Tower with AZ's Floette. Go talk with the rest of Team MZ and decide what it is you really ought to do. It's time they all learned of AZ's sins. Now go back to Hotel Z. Ay, ay, ay. You returned. I heard from Emma what leads you were following upon. I imagine you've learned much of my tale by now. Isn't that right? Oh, Mike, did you manage to find Grisham? He's the guy from the cafe. No kidding. I went digging into the rumors about Grisham with Emma after our chat. Sounds like he's one formidable trainer. Plus, he's part of this group, Team Flare Nouveau. And he's been gathering all sorts of info about Lumios from customers at Nouveau Cafe. He even seems to know something's weird going on with Prism Tower. AZ, is there any chance you could tell us more about the tower, given the situation? Yes, I've also been thinking it's time I talk to you all about it. Come, we can speak on the roof. Mike, you know of the ultimate weapon, don't you? I went to Lysander Labs. Then I shall tell you of the terrible sins I have committed and of my regrets. In the war that occurred 3,000 years ago, many things were lost. So many Pokemon had their future stolen. People lost the everyday lives they'd known. And my Floette was sent to the front lines, where she lost her life. I made a device, a machine that could grant life, also that I could revive my beloved Floette. I brought Floette back to life. I got back what I had loved most. But my rage had not subsided. I could not forgive the world that had hurt the Pokemon I loved. In my rage, I remade my device into the ultimate weapon. I put an end to the senseless conflict that would have taken everything from us by becoming destruction itself. The light fired from the ultimate weapon reached the heavens, then poured down, burning away all that rested upon the earth. But Floette must have known the truth. She must have realized that the life I had given her was stolen from so many other Pokemon. She left me, and I wandered alone for 3,000 years. Seriously? For 3,000 years? For 3,000 whole years? During those long years of aimless wandering, a man of great power asked me for my help. He said he wanted a way to protect Kalos. At this, I thought to myself, I cannot make another device that would take from others, but perhaps I could make one that would share the eternal life I had bestowed on Floette. That is what Angie is. That is what is hidden deep within Prism Tower. I built Angie to give meaning to the eternal life I had burdened Floette with. It was, in one sense, my attempt to atone to Floette for what I've done. I dreamed of the day when I could use Ange after reuniting with Floette at last. That day did not come to pass, but that was because we were living it in a time of peace. But now, Ange, the tower is emitting excessive amounts of mega power, even without Mega Floette present. This is only conjecture on my part, but I believe it may be related to the ultimate weapon being fired 5 years ago. That shock awoke Ange and caused the mega power containing within it to spill forth. It has led to this rampant rogue mega evolution. The Pokemon suffer, the people come to harm. There is only one way to put an end to the pain. A mega evolution user must use mega evolved Floette and together reach the control panel within Ange. I never could have imagined that you and Floette had that kind of history. And the tower, too. So we need the strongest Mega Evolution user to stop the tower from going berserk? I have a question. Why would Floette be able to Mega Evolve at all? Normally, Pokemon can only Mega Evolve when they aren't capable of evolving any further. Shouldn't Floette be able to evolve into Florges? My Floette cannot evolve. Perhaps because she is such a special Pokemon, having received the lives of so many others, though that is only my conjecture. Floette returning to my side again after 3,000 years was an act of forgiveness. But she likely also returned to me so that I could atone for my sins by stopping the tower. However, I no longer have it in me to do battle as a trainer. I mean, yeah, I guess you might have kicked all these events into motion, AZ. But I'm sure you never dreamed the tower would go berserk like this. That doesn't matter. AZ still made this awful mess, and Team MZ is stuck cleaning it up. Naveen, I appreciate that AZ is trying to right his wrongs, and I owe him as much as any of us do. I don't want to be the bad guy any more than the rest of you, but accountability matters. You do realize we might die trying to fix all of this, don't you? Naveen is correct in what he says. I continue to cause you children nothing but trouble because of my own powerlessness. I am truly sorry. I understand, AZ. Just leave this to Team MZ. Mike, it's up to you to keep the tower from going wild. And this means you got to beat Grisham. I'll win for sure. We knew we could count on you, Mike. We'll be the ones to stop the tower, not Grisham and Team Flare Nouveau. Alright, it's time for you to challenge Grisham to a promotion and match. Thank you. I will forever be grateful for meeting you all, my dear Team MZ. All right. I guess there's nothing left to do but to go take care of Grisham, which I will do in the next episode. Once again, thank you very much for hanging out with me. This has been Kuya Mike's Pokemon Legends ZA playthrough. I am the aforementioned Kuya Mike. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'll see you guys next time.